So, what's going on, everybody? Clay Mahaffey back again on Mahaffey Moto, and guess what? I'm gonna attempt. I watched a YouTube video on this. I can wheelie my dirt bike. I can get the wheel up on my dirt bike, but I've never really tried it on like a full size motorcycle. I messed around with some of my Honda Rebel. Oh crap! Messed around with some of my Honda Rebel, but I never could get it up, dude. Come on, man. Gotta get around this curve. Make sure there's no one behind me. I don't know what speed I should be going. Gonna try second gear. I think the back tire spun a little bit just then. Oh shoot, dude, something happened then. Oh dude, the back tire started spinning. I don't know if I can do this or not, man. I'm going 50. Dude, it won't work. Trying to pop it back. Man, that'll wear your forearm out. What if I first gear? I don't know, man. I really don't. But my forearm's about dead. It might work, I don't know, it might not. Maybe it's maybe the belt, I don't know. Maybe I just need to put forth a little bit more effort. Who knows, man, who knows. Dude, my forearm is in some, I wore out my forearm, dude. Little curve right there. But yeah, I mean, I can do it on my dirt bike. I watched a YouTube video on how to do it on a Sportster. I think maybe my bars need to be different. Maybe my gearing needs to be different, probably. Maybe I need a better tire. My back tire is probably I'd say my back tire needs to be changed out soon. I don't know, man. Maybe I need a chain. Man, the blood vessel's showing in my bicep right now because I'm snatching on the bars and pulling in the clutch and all that. I don't know even if it's possible. And maybe if I stood on my seat, maybe that would work. Maybe if I just hold my head up, maybe it looks like I'm wheeling. Whoa! Does it look like I'm wheeling if I just hold my head up? I don't know, man. Can you even wheelie a 1200 custom? Is that just roadsters and stuff? Is he gonna wheelie? Who knows? But last week, is last Wednesday, I come home and there's a little pool of oil under my motorcycle, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's leaking oil. I've always heard that Harleys leak a little oil, but this wasn't a little. It was, I mean, it'd been dripping all day, and so I get to looking at it, trying to find my issue, and it turns out I think there's a crack in my oil drain line. So I get to looking, and I can't really figure out what size hose it is, so I go to the parts list for 1200 Customs, and I just order the OEM part for it. And that was on a Wednesday, and I went ahead and got stuff for an oil change also. So when I do change it out, all my oil is probably going to drain out, so I'm going to just go ahead and do an oil change too. And so yesterday I got to thinking, and I was like, I didn't really want to ride it with it leaking, so what I did was I took the hose off, and it leaked probably a half a quart of oil. I took it off and cut it. I couldn't really inspect it because it was steadily just pouring out oil as I was working on the tube. So I take it off and I cut it probably about an inch or inch and a half back from the beginning of it, from where I thought the crack was, and I shoved it back on there, and oil went all over my motorcycle, and it went all over the motorcycle and probably leaked about half a quart of oil. But I got it back on there, and I don't think it's leaking. It was dripping a little bit, but I think that's because so much oil got on the motorcycle. I think that's why it was dripping a little bit yesterday. You can see it's got on my exhaust and everything. Ooh, look at that oil right there. But that's what was messed up yesterday. I cut it back and fixed it. Now you can see the residue from the oil from yesterday, but I think whoa. Huh. But I think I pretty much fixed my mic. There you go. But I think I pretty much fixed it, so I don't know if I'm gonna put on that part I ordered or not. I probably won't put it on until I actually need to do an oil change, because for this motorcycle, I'm not gonna, well, for pretty much all of my motorcycles I've owned, I don't do an oil change after a certain amount of miles. I just do it once a year, and if I'm over or under miles, I don't really care, because I'm sure it'll all even out. And so I'm due for an oil change in the next month, because that's when I bought the motorcycle, was in July. And so I might change it out when I do my oil change, if it hadn't already broke, or if it messes up again from now to next month, then I'll just go ahead and do an early oil change and change out the line. But I also need a new tire in the back, because the grip is looking low on my rear tire, and on my front tire, it's the grip's fine, but it's starting to show a little cupping. And my Honda Shadow the front tire had some cupping in it when I bought it, and I rode on that for a year. So I don't know, once all my grip goes away on my rear tire, I'll probably just do a burnout and get a new rear tire, or get a new rear and front tire. just go ahead and get them both done. But I don't know if changing out a tire is something I can really do myself. I know I can on a dirt bike. I don't know how much easier it would be on a motorcycle versus a dirt bike. I imagine my front tire would be pretty easy, but that back tire is pretty thick, so I'm not sure. And on the dirt bike, I wasn't really worried about scratching my rims or anything. I'm gonna turn here. I wasn't really worried about having my rim scratched or anything, but because I would just use some screwdrivers and pry the tire off the rim and change. I never really changed the tire out. I changed the tube out in the tires in my dirt bike. When I was in the 7th grade, I was 12 or 13 years old. In the 7th grade, I could take the rear tire and the front tire off of my dirt bike, change out the tube, and put it back on. When I was 12 or 13 years old, I felt pretty accomplished when I would do that. But I don't know if I can do it myself on this motorcycle or not, because I don't want to scratch up my rim. What? I don't want to scratch up my rim on this motorcycle. And when I did my dirt bike, I didn't really care about scratching up the rim. And that dirt bike has gone through some tubes. I've probably changed out the rear tube in it probably 3 or 4 times, changed out the front tube in it about 3 or 4 times. And that tube, what happens is for some reason my valve stems get ripped off on the dirt bike. So I don't know why that happens, but it happens. So when your valve stem gets ripped off, you gotta go get a new tube. But hopefully I'll be able to do it on my own. I'll at least be able to take off the wheels and take it somewhere and get it done. But I'll have to check and see what prices are on that shops are charging people to do their to change out tires on a motorcycle. Oh, cool breeze, dude. You ever just have to do this to get a cool breeze going up your pants leg because you don't wear shorts on your motorcycle? I do. Oh yeah. Just get a cool little breeze going up my pants legs. It feels so good on a hot day like today. So that's probably going to be it for today's video. So like, comment, and subscribe, and keep God first in everything you do, and I'll see you on the next one.